channel. If you're new here, my name is Misty and I am a reseller on eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, and Etsy, and I also sell in my brick and mortar store, Wildflower Antiques. This video is my weekly what sold on eBay video. It was a decent week. My sales were up 4.5%, so fingers crossed third quarter is going to hopefully end better than it started. We'll see. But these are my sales for this week. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. My total sales, my gross sales were $511.29. They were up 4.5%, which is great. And you can see here on my analytics page, I had pretty steady sales every day. Tuesday, which used to be my best day of the week, was my least day of the week as far as sales go. And my weekend sales have been picking up. So, and that's normally an odd thing for me. I don't normally sell a lot on the weekends because I don't really list a lot on the weekends because I'm busy at the shop. So let's go ahead and get started in what sold. This first thing is a Muzzy 1069 XD Pro Spin Style Bow Fishing Reel. I did not know that you could put a bow on a fishing reel. You learn something new every day. I got this actually my husband found this at a yard sale. He paid $5 for it. It sold very quickly for $55.60. That was our full asking price, and the buyer paid shipping. It had the box, but it was pre-used. But it new they sell for well over $100. So fishing reels, when you see them, especially if they're in the box, do a quick comp search at a yard sale and pick it up because this was a great return on our investment. The next item, this sold within a day. This is a Texas Instruments T89. I paid 99 cents for this at Goodwill, and it works. You can see in the picture here, we make sure that we took a picture with the screen on. It sold for $40, which was my full asking price, and the buyer paid shipping. And again, this is the autofill when you put in what the model number is with eBay, but this is just my short and sweet description as always. This next item is a vintage train caboose railroad lantern lens. This is actually being returned to me because I measured it incorrectly and it didn't fit the buyer's lantern. So it sold very quickly. I'll get it back and I'll list it, and I'm sure once I put the correct measurements on there, it will sell. This is something that I've had in a bin forever. It's something that we had for sale at the shop. I knew if I put it online, I'd be able to get more money out of it, and I listed it. Sold really quickly for $55.60, and I have no doubt that I will be able to sell it again. It did ship out. I did put free shipping on this because it's so lightweight, and it just brings the cost or the markability higher on that. So that sold very quickly. This next item, if you follow me on Instagram, you will see that I picked up two of these glasses. There's this one and one with the iconic Fisher-Price dog on it. I picked them up for $6 a piece at a local antique mall, which just goes to show you that you can still turn things for a profit going to antique shops and antique malls. This was a vintage Fisher-Price Little People Anchor Hawking juice glass, and it had the little grumpy boy on it. It was in excellent condition. It sold very quickly for my full asking price of $26.50, and the buyer paid priority shipping. Short, sweet listing. Nice clear photos with the measurement next to it, and it sold quickly. So I'm hoping that the dog one will sell quickly. Well, will sell soon. This next item, these are Minnetonka men's leather laced soft sole moccasins, and by soft sole it means there's no sole on them. They're a soft sole. I got these at Goodwill for $4.50. They have never been worn, and you can tell that the soles on these soft sole Minnetonkas will get dirty rather quickly. These are more or less slippers, house slippers, and they sold within a couple days for $40, and they shipped first class. They were very lightweight, and so I did offer free shipping on those. I love Minnetonka moccasins. Love them. Okay, this next item is this Belique Claudel, which I'm going to say that wrong, but this is 10-ounce coffee mugs. I picked these up. This is the second one I sold. I picked them up at a yard sale. I believe I paid $1 a piece for the, well, no, at one yard sale. I got them at two different yard sales, which is weird. At one yard sale, I paid $1, and I sold that set very quickly. So at the next yard sale, they were $5 a box, and I went ahead and picked them up still because I knew that they sold quickly and I could resell them again, and I did. This one sold within a couple days. I did take a best offer, 25% off, but they sold for $25.12. I think that was on a day that I really wasn't making a lot of sales, and sometimes when you get an offer and you haven't made a lot of sales, you take it to get the eBay train rolling in. So I think that happened on this day, but I still have another set of these listed, and I'm going to let those sit for a little while. But these are something, they are made in Ireland, and they're just a really pretty porcelain. Let me see if I can find the one on the cup on the bottom. Yeah, there's the logo on the bottom. Very collectible mugs, and I will definitely get those again if I see them out. Polly Pocket sold this for $26.62. This is the Starlight Castle. It was in working condition, and it came with one of the little dolls. I don't know if I got a picture of the doll by itself. Well, kind of. Came with this little doll here, and it was working. The battery compartment had a little bit of corrosion in it, and I did list that in the description, but it sold in a couple weeks' time. These Polly Pockets, there are die-hard collectors out there. I believe I paid $2.99 for this at Goodwill. The next item is a mug. This is an example of a good mug. These quirky, funny mugs that people can give as gifts. This is Happy Birthday, You Old Fart. I like the coloring on it too. It's just a bright, cheerful mug. I picked this up at Goodwill for 69 cents. I believe on the bottom it was made in England. So I don't know the maker on this, but it sold on a 25% off sale for $11.99, and the buyer paid priority shipping. This next item is a vintage Walt Disney World. It's a Small World music box. This was from the 1960s. This is a hard to find music box. You can see here it's just like the little music boxes that we all had as children, and you open it up. It did have a little bit of staining on the inside, and that was noted in the listing. And it had a little mirror here, and you can see on the bottom it had the number, and it was made in Japan. I put the measurements in there. I thought that this would sell for a little bit higher than it did, but I had it for a couple months, and I went ahead and put it up at an auction. I think I started it at $9.99. I ended up getting 2 bids, and it sold for $13, and the buyer paid for priority shipping. I think with this, if I would have been thinking correctly and started this auction and had it end at on a Sunday evening or Saturday evening or just an evening time slot, I think it ended early in the morning, which was a mistake on my behalf. But sometimes you have to pay attention to that, because sometimes I'll lay in bed in the morning and just revise listings on my phone, and the timing wasn't good for this, but it was still a cool piece, and I believe I paid $2.99 for it at Goodwill. This next item sold very quickly. I paid $4.50 for it at Goodwill. It was a Free People Darcy swing tank. It's just an oversized, as most Free People clothing are. It sold within a day or two for my full asking price of $25.25, and the buyer paid first class shipping. Okay, the next item. This is something I paid. I think I paid, I want to say, under $3 at Goodwill. It was this vintage 1989 Hot Wheels California Customs, this little VW Baja Volkswagen Beetle. It's like a collector's edition, and it had these cool stickers with it. It came still in the blister pack. The blister pack was not in the best condition, as you can see here by some of the pictures. I had it for a while. I put it on a 25% off sale. It sold for $19.12, and I did offer free shipping. It did ship first class. Okay, next item are these Miss Me jeans. I got these at the bins. They were in rough condition. You can see here the hems were ripped and torn, as a lot of bootcut jeans do, because the person that wears them just kind of they just drag on the ground. These again, I had them at the bins. Probably paid less than $1 for them. I think I picked up 3 or 4 pair on the same day at the bins, and I sold all of them, but this one lone pair. And what I did was this: I had it for a while, and I just ended the listing. Did a sell similar, tweaked the listing title a little bit, and threw it up, and it did sell. I did have it on a 25% off sale. Sold for $19.12. I did provide free shipping on these. I sent it out in a padded flat rate. I still made money on this. It was something that I had for a while, and I was happy to see it go. Next item is this vintage Super Soaker Aqua Shock. This I had for a little while. I have 2 of these actually, a different colorway. The exact same Super Soaker, only in a different colorway. This one actually sold through the global shipping program, so they paid quite a bit of shipping on this. I did have it on a 25% off sale, and it sold for $16.88. The buyer paid shipping on that. I'm hoping to sell the other one soon, because they do kind of take up a lot of space. The next item is a Chevrolet GMC Cadillac rear entertainment DVD remote. This is something that we had in our car that we no longer used, and we actually don't even have that car anymore, but we saved the remotes out of it. And, we thought, well, why not? We'll just go ahead and throw it up. It works just fine. We had it for a little while, put it on 25% off sale, sold for $11.44, and the buyer paid $5.25 shipping. Look up remotes. Any kind of, and I always say, especially the remotes that are like non-TV. So if you find a VCR remote, especially a stereo equipment remote, or an auto entertainment center remote, look those up when you're out, because they, a lot of times you can get them for 99 cents. This was just something that we had, so we don't really have any money in this, but look them up because they are so easy to photograph. They're easy to ship. What you can do to test them is if you put batteries in them and then look at the little red knob. I don't think I have a picture of the little red knob. If that like little laser thing comes on, then it is in working condition. So that is one way that you can test them. I believe that we figured that out by just Googling it, and there was a YouTube video, and it showed how you can test electronics, like remotes. So that's how we figured that out, and that's what we do on the remotes that we buy. The next item is something that I've had for a very long time. I actually had a yellow one that sold, I believe, last week, and the orange one finally sold for $7.69 on a 25% off sale, and the buyer paid shipping. This, I won't pick these up again. I think I paid 99 cents for them each at Goodwill, so I still made money, but I had them for a while. This I'm waiting on the buyer to pay, but it did sell. I have several of these. I got them in a lot of things that just a big box of stuff that I got at an auction. So pretty much everything else that I'm selling in this box is pure profit. This one sold for $11.24. It's a Johnny Lightning Star Trek little model, brand new in the package, and it sold for $11.24. Buyer paid shipping. Well, hopefully they'll pay for the shipping so I can get it sent out. This next thing is something that I've had for a very, very, very long time. I ended the listing, did sell similar, and it sold. So there is something to that, guys. So make sure that you go through some of your old listings and just end them and do a sell similar, tweak the title a little bit, maybe brighten up the pictures a little bit, and it does work. But this was a heritage buckle, and you can see here on the back, it's labeled, it was a solid brass belt buckle. The front of it had a little bit of cracking and crazing on the enamel graphic itself, and it's just this RYC, which is a yellow Freightliner semi, and it sold for $12.25, and I did offer free shipping. It shipped first class. I believe I picked up a lot, like a box lot of these belt buckles at a yard sale. I paid, I think, under $5 for 3 or 4 belt buckles. Boy, boy, it's a dark photo. That should have gotten lightened up. But these were a Tommy Bahama men's pleated silk blend black shorts. Sold for on a 25% off sale for $14.25. And I did offer free shipping on these. I will not pick these up again. I'm glad that they have sold. And there's the label there. I thought maybe since they were a silk blend that it was decent, but Tommy Bahama is just so oversaturated that I'm not doing it anymore. Okay, this next item is a genuine HP, and I always put genuine because there are a lot of kind of off-brand computer ink, and don't buy those because they don't sell. But any HP or Lexmark or a known brand can do well. I bought a baggie, like a gallon freezer baggie full of these. I believe it was in one of my videos or on Instagram. I can't remember. For $2. So I think I got 8 or 9 of these ink cartridges for $2. So I made my money back, and everything else, all the others that I sell, is pure profit. It sold for $11.70. I do offer free shipping because that's what the market does. If you look up comps for these, you see the other ones do have free shipping, and so I need to make mine marketable as well. I do these as best offer, and I do offer free shipping on these. But, I paid $2 for all of them, so it's profit for me from here on out. This next item is a vintage Asleep. Do you all remember Asleep? I remember Asleep. That's my age talking, but Asleep was a huge brand back in the 80s and 90s, but this is from the 90s. It's a sleep shirt nightgown, and it had some stains on it. I got this at Goodwill. I paid $1.99 for it because all of the pajamas at my Goodwill are $1.99. I just couldn't resist. It was just so cool. I think I had these. I remember they had boxer shorts, like boxer shorts with matching shirts for the pajamas back in the day. But these sleep shirts I still remember those as well. I did have this on a 25% off sale. It sold for $15.94, and I did offer free shipping on this. This next item is I believe I paid a dollar, under $3 for this, but it was a New York Times electronic crossword handheld game. New, never opened. I went on a little kick there for a while where I was buying these electronic handheld games. They're not selling for what they used to sell anymore. This one I've had for quite a while, and I had it on a 25% off sale. Finally sold it for $11.44, and I offer free shipping. It did ship first class, so it wasn't that, hard of a pill to swallow, but I'm just not going to pick these up anymore. They're just not moving like they used to. Even new, they're just not. And the last item this week is something that I've had for over a year, and it finally sold on a 25% off sale, free shipping. It did ship first class, and it was this Hallmark Christmas Carousel horse. Any ornament, I think I got this at a holiday sale. There was a yard sale they do every year, and I think I paid $1 for it. I went on the last day, and I was just buying anything that was Hallmark. This was dated 1999. It was third in the collector series, so I thought, well, since it's a collector series, maybe somebody's missing this one. But I would not buy these again. That's just me. But I did finally sell it, and I didn't really make a whole lot of money, so wouldn't buy it again.
Okay. Is anybody else ready for third quarter to be over besides me? I'm so ready for fourth quarter. I thought last week wasn't going to be as good as it was, but since my sales were up, that's good. That's a win. Like I said, I also sell on other platforms, and my Mercari sales, I sold 3 items on Mercari. My profit was $61.35. I also sell on Poshmark. I sold 13 items on Poshmark, and my sales were $179.70. So it wasn't too bad for Poshmark. Poshmark is starting to pick up a little bit. I have noticed that since I have been deleting listings and relisting them and just tweaking them a little bit, it has made my sales pick up a little bit on some older items. So I suggest that you do that. So all in all, I sold 38 items in total, and my gross sales were $752.34. I'm happy with that. I almost met my weekly goal. So you just got to keep listing, and that's what I'm focusing on. I've been trying not to get on Instagram and social media as much and just focus on getting these death piles listed. I've also not been sourcing a lot either, and that has helped too. So start preparing for fourth quarter, guys, because I think it's going to be a good one. But that is my video for this week. I hope that you enjoyed it. Please make sure that you hit the like button and leave me a comment. It really does help my channel. And that's it for this week. I'll see you soon. Bye.